New Canada rule to clarify circumstances for questioning temporary residents. The Canadian government has announced a new regulation designed to clearly outline the circumstances under which immigration officers can question individuals holding temporary resident status. This video aims to bring greater transparency and consistency to enforcement practices, while also protecting the rights of those visiting, studying, or working in Canada. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada has unveiled its forward regulatory plan for 2025 to 2027, introducing multiple proposed amendments to the Immigration and Refugee Protection Regulations. One of these will clarify specific circumstances under which foreign nationals holding immigration documents must comply with examination provisions of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act. As Canada remains a top destination for tourists, students, and workers, these updates are critical for anyone holding an immigration document, currently applying, or planning to visit in the future. Key obligations include answering questions truthfully and attending interviews when requested by immigration officers for foreign nationals who already hold immigration documents. The amendments aim to ensure that only genuine foreign nationals, those contributing to Canada's social, cultural, and economic fabric, enter the country, while safeguarding the integrity of the immigration system and the safety of Canadians. Recent 2024 incidents reported by Inc. News, such as CBSA turning back Indian and Nigerian travelers at airports and CBSA's subsequent clarification that entry is not guaranteed even with visas, might have triggered the need for such measures. This video provides a comprehensive analysis of the proposed changes and actionable advice for immigration document holders, along with expert tips on navigating the new rules. Brief on Canada's Immigration and Refugee Protection Act. Enacted in 2001, the IRPA is Canada's cornerstone immigration legislation, replacing the 1976 Immigration Act. It governs visitor visas, permanent residency, and refugee protection, balancing humanitarian goals with economic and security priorities. Section 18 mandates that all entrants undergo examination by an immigration officer to verify admissibility, which may involve document checks, interviews, or inquiries about travel intent. Admissibility criteria include financial self-sufficiency, strong ties to the home country, and no security or health risks. These examinations can extend beyond ports of entry to temporary residents already in Canada, such as during permit extensions or inadmissibility investigations under Section 20. The IRPR, as subordinate legislation, details these processes, covering visa requirements, biometrics, and enforcement. Officers assess applications to ensure genuine intent, with refusals often tied to fraud or weak ties. The proposed amendments, what could be changing? The IRCC's forward regulatory plan proposes amendments to the IRPR, specifying when foreign nationals with immigration documents such as visitor visas, study permits, or work permits must comply with IRPA's examination provisions. These include truthful responses, mandatory honesty in answering officer questions, without falling for misrepresentation and risking inadmissibility. Always remember that you cannot say that you might have entered information in error. Whatever the information you are entering, it needs to be true, otherwise, it always has a chance of becoming a misrepresentation once found. Mandatory interviews. Once an amendment is made, officers will have the power to require in-person or virtual interviews to verify information or resolve discrepancies. When can an officer ask for an examination? An amendment is set to prescribe circumstances in which an immigration officer can ask for an examination, such as answering questions truthfully and appearing for an interview when requested by the officer. The changes target fraud while welcoming genuine visitors. By codifying these requirements, Canada aims to deter misuse of immigration pathways, like fake documents or overstays, which accounted for 1 to 2% of refusals in 2023. Events like the 2024 CBSA turnbacks among Nigerian and Indian travelers, amid perceptions of visa abuse, and CBSA's response emphasizing case-by-case admissibility have fueled the push for clearer rules. Who could be affected by this new amendment? The amendment's impact. Current document holders, those with valid TRVs, ADAs, study permits, or work permits may face additional scrutiny during extensions or re-entry, or even inland if inadmissibility concerns arise. Current applicants, individuals awaiting visa decisions could encounter stricter assessments or interview requests. Future visitors, anyone planning to visit Canada post-2025 should prepare for enhanced examination processes. This includes tourists, over 1 million international students, and temporary workers in sectors like tech and agriculture. Even visa-exempt travelers, e.g., from the US or UK, may face tougher port-of-entry checks. Impact on Canadians and businesses. IRCC anticipates no impact on Canadians, businesses, trade, or investment. However, delays could indirectly affect tourism, which lost $1.2 billion Canadian dollars to visa backlogs in 2024. Global migration hit 281 million in 2023, with Canada a prime destination. Fraud, like a 2024 student visa scam leading to 150 deportations, underscores the need for vigilance. Similarly, the 2024 CBSA actions against Indian and Nigerian arrivals reflect broader concerns over entry misuse. Canada's balanced approach contrasts with restrictive US policies or EU asylum challenges. The amendments, requiring no international cooperation, reflect national priorities while aligning with global standards like ICAO's. Expert tips for travelers to navigate the proposed new rules. The proposed amendments signal a shift toward stricter oversight, impacting anyone holding, applying for, or planning to obtain a Canadian immigration document. Whether you're a tourist eyeing Banff, a student enrolling at UBC, a worker joining a tech firm, or simply planning a future visit, preparation is key to navigating the new rules. Below are detailed, expert-backed strategies to ensure compliance and a smooth experience, tailored for current document holders, applicants, and prospective travelers. Although not clear at this point, keep in mind that examinations may apply inland to existing temporary residents during extensions or checks, as seen in recent enforcement trends. 1. Prioritize honesty and transparency. The amendments emphasize truthful responses to officer inquiries, with misrepresentation carrying severe consequences, including a 5-year ban from Canada under IRPA Section 40. Many might have lied or made fake claims, but understand that it can affect you and your life severely now, as IRCC is becoming more vigilant now. This interview requirement can apply to all interactions, from visa applications to port of entry to you already staying in Canada. For current document holders, if extending a visa or re-entering Canada, ensure all information matches your original application. Discrepancies, like a changed travel purpose, must be explained clearly. For applicants, provide accurate details on forms, even for minor questions like travel history. In 2023, 1.5% of refusals were due to misrepresentation. For future visitors, start compiling truthful records now, as officers may request historical data during future applications or interviews. Actionable tip: review your application before submission or entry. If questioned, answer concisely, avoiding embellishments. For example, a tourist should clearly state their itinerary, e.g., visiting Toronto for a week to see family, rather than give vague responses. 2. Prepare comprehensive documentation. The amendments may require additional evidence to verify intent, especially during interviews or secondary inspections. Robust and honest documentation reassures officers and reduces refusal risks. For current document holders, carry updated documents when traveling or applying for extensions, such as proof of ongoing enrollment, students, employment contracts, workers, or travel plans, tourists. Also remember your statement of purpose for students, purpose of visit for visitors, work you are doing at a workplace, and itinerary you initially submitted to get a visa. For applicants, submit detailed evidence up front, including bank statements, travel itineraries, or letters from Canadian hosts. For instance, a student applying for a study permit should include an acceptance letter, proof of tuition payment, and a study plan. For future visitors, begin gathering documents early, such as employment letters or property ownership records, to demonstrate ties to your home country. This is crucial for proving you'll leave Canada after your stay. Actionable tip: organize documents in a digital and physical folder. Include a cover letter summarizing your purpose, e.g., attending a conference in Vancouver, and cross-reference all evidence. Use IRCC's document checklist for your visa type. 3. Anticipate and prepare for interviews. Mandatory interviews are a cornerstone of the amendments, allowing officers to probe inconsistencies or verify intent. Being unprepared can lead to delays or refusals, as evidenced by 2024 CBSA cases, where travelers faced extended questioning. For current document holders, if extending a permit or re-entering, expect interviews to confirm compliance, e.g., a worker ensuring they're still employed in their approved role. For applicants, interviews may be requested during visa processing, especially if applications lack clarity or raise red flags, e.g., frequent travel to high-risk countries. For future visitors, plan for potential interviews as part of the application or entry process post-2025. Familiarize yourself with common questions about travel purpose, finances, and ties. Actionable tip: practice answering questions like, "Why are you visiting Canada?" or "How will you support yourself?" Use clear, factual responses. For virtual interviews, test your technology, e.g., stable internet, clear audio, and choose a professional setting. If in person, dress appropriately and arrive early. 4. Monitor application status proactively. The amendments may increase processing times due to enhanced scrutiny, with backlogs already a concern, e.g., 2023 saw delays of up to 120 days for some TRVs. Staying proactive ensures timely responses to officer requests. For current document holders, check permit conditions, e.g., expiry dates, via IRCC's online portal to avoid overstays, which could trigger examinations or removal. For applicants, regularly track your application status online and respond promptly to requests for additional documents or interviews. Delays in responding accounted for 20% of refusals in 2024. For future visitors, research processing times for your visa type now to plan application timelines. For example, TRV processing can take 30 to 90 days, depending on the country. Actionable tip: set up email notifications on IRCC's portal and check spam folders for updates. If delays occur, contact IRCC's call center or your local visa application center for clarification. 5. Seek professional guidance for complex cases. The amendment's increased scrutiny may complicate applications for those with unique circumstances, such as prior refusals, complex travel histories, or inadmissibility concerns. For current document holders, if facing issues like a permit extension denial or an inadmissibility notice, professional advice can clarify options, such as requesting reconsideration or addressing misrepresentation allegations. For applicants, those with red flags, e.g., previous visa overstays elsewhere, should consult experts to strengthen their applications before submission. For future visitors, early consultation can help design a compliant travel plan, especially for high-risk applicants, e.g., from countries with high refusal rates. 6. Potential triggers for examination. The amendments will prescribe specific circumstances triggering examinations, such as inconsistent travel patterns or suspicious funding sources. Knowing these helps you avoid pitfalls, particularly after 2024's heightened CBSA scrutiny on certain nationalities. For current document holders, be aware that activities like frequent border crossings or changes in status, e.g., switching from visitor to worker, may prompt interviews. For applicants, applications with gaps, like missing financial records or unclear travel purposes, are more likely to trigger scrutiny. For future visitors, research common refusal reasons, e.g., weak home ties, listed in IRCC's refusal data, to address them proactively. Actionable tip: review your travel history and financial records for red flags. For example, unexplained large bank deposits or frequent short trips may raise questions. Prepare explanations or supporting documents, like a letter from an employer confirming leave. 7. Stay informed about policy updates. As the amendments are in early development, with consultations pending, requirements may evolve as they seem reasonable. Staying updated ensures compliance when applying or traveling. For current document holders, monitor IRCC announcements to understand how extensions or renewals might be affected post-2025. For applicants, check for updates on examination procedures, as pre-publication in the Canada Gazette Part 1 may introduce new requirements. For future visitors, follow IRCC's website and social media for guidance on preparing applications under the new rules. 8. Plan for port of entry compliance. The amendments may enhance port of entry examinations, especially for ETA holders or those with prior permits. Being prepared ensures smooth entry. For current document holders, when re-entering Canada, carry all relevant documents, including permits and proof of compliance with conditions, e.g., proof of study for students. For applicants, if approved, bring all application documents to the border, as officers may cross-check details. For future visitors, plan to arrive with comprehensive evidence, as officers may request it even for visa-exempt travelers. Actionable tip: use CBSA's Advanced Declaration tool, available at major airports, to pre-submit information and reduce wait times. Be polite and cooperative with officers, as demeanor can influence decisions. What's next? Consultations and implementation. IRCC will seek input via pre-publication in Canada Gazette Part 1, engaging stakeholders like tourism boards, universities, and immigration advocates. Travelers and organizations can submit feedback to shape the final rules. IRCC will issue guidance, and officers will receive training to ensure consistent enforcement. With labor shortages projected at 2 million by 2030, immigration is vital for Canada's growth. The amendments aim to maintain public trust by curbing fraud without deterring legitimate visitors. Unlike the US's biometric expansions or the EU's 2025 entry/exit system, Canada's focused approach avoids broad restrictions, preserving its welcoming reputation. The 2025 to 2027 amendments strengthen Canada's immigration system by ensuring only genuine visitors enter, protecting security, and protecting program integrity. For current document holders, applicants, and future travelers, preparation is crucial. By following expert tips prioritizing honesty, robust documentation, and proactive engagement, you can navigate these changes with confidence. Authorities believe the clarified guidelines will not only strengthen public trust in immigration processes but also strike a balance between effective border security and fair treatment of temporary residents. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.